Our in-depth segment this week has us looking at legal defense for people who can't afford it.
Today, local attorney Ryan Ingram explains why there's a stigma with so-called public defender cases and why that shouldn't be the case. Here's our Community Affairs Director, Dee Crawford.
There's a stigma associated with the public defender. Why is that?
Well, there is a stigma associated with the public defender, and I believe that it's unfair and unwarranted. So, for instance, when you're either court appointed or the public defender is representing somebody, when you go to meet with that individual and you tell them that you're either court appointed or you work with the public defender, for some reason they are under the impression that you are working with the state or you're working against them. And that is not necessarily fair or the case. So in my personal experience, I've had a few individuals ask me, well, if I retain you, if I pay you, what will you do differently? And the answer to that is, I'm not going to do anything differently. Whether I'm retained or whether I'm appointed to represent you, I took an oath to zealously represent you, and that's exactly what I would do. I would file the same motions, I would do everything the exact same, whether I am court appointed or whether I am retained.
But for those individuals who qualify because they meet the standards or eligibility, and to have the stigma of less representation when without you they would have no representation.
Well, some individuals will elect to represent themselves, and there's the old adage that if you represent yourself, you have a fool for a client.
Yeah.
And I have sat through a few scenarios where I've seen people trying cases themselves, and they have a standby lawyer who just has to sit there, but can't actually participate unless they would ask them to participate.
Do you see that same quote-unquote stigma with capital case representation?
No, the capital cases are completely different. Normally there are at least 2 lawyers appointed on capital cases who have the proper qualifications. I have not seen that issue in a capital case.
Possibly because the individual, quote-unquote, seems to be in a more dire situation?
Well, that, and I just don't believe that a judge would ever permit them to represent themselves in a capital case, just given what the stakes are.
Explain again. I know what it is, but explain
what a capital
case
is. A capital case is one where there is a death penalty specification, so where they could potentially impose a death penalty.
Okay, so everybody knows. Challenge for your office in the future?
Challenge for my office.
And I mean in the public defender's realm.
Well, in the public defender's realm, there's always been chatter of a public defender's office coming in here to Mahoning County. But I can tell you that there are some very, very talented and very seasoned lawyers on our court-appointed list who, if I was in trouble or I had a predicament of my own, I would seek their counsel. So there are very good lawyers on that list. I think the system that we have here in Mahoning County is working very well.
But that would be going back to what existed prior to, where there was a specific office, the public defenders, even though they didn't handle all of the cases that we've talked about today, but there was a specific office.
There was. So there was a public defender's office, I believe, in Youngstown Municipal Court, which would handle misdemeanor cases and bindovers. So in order for that to happen, I guess the public defender's office would have to come in, establish an office in Mahoning County, and then contract with lawyers in Mahoning County to work for the public defender and in certain courtrooms. There has always been talk of that happening, dating back 30 years, but I have not heard much chatter about that recently.
I thank you because you've expressed and explained several things that I was interested in, and I'm sure the community as well.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me. I'm Dee Crawford, Community Affairs Director, WKBN.